People in our society will typically inquire about how much money a person makes when the topic of finances arises. Rarely will someone ask what someone's net worth is. Your wealthy uncle and the chief executive officers of the companies you work for are the only people who speak in this manner. During these conversations, you might overhear something like, "He sold his stock options. He's worth more than $3 million. His business has recently gone public and as a result, is now worth $8 million. Or she recently sold her company, and she's now worth $12 million. In conversations like these, you'll never hear about someone getting a 3% raise at work, which is hardly enough to keep up with inflation. The reason why you don't hear comments like these is because wealthy people evaluate in terms of their net worth, while those who are less well off evaluate in terms of their working income. In this video, we are going to talk about getting rich by knowing rich lifestyle super hacks, which you can use to build your net worth. Hello and thank you for joining us. It is a privilege for us at Lifehack Kahunas to have you join us on this exciting journey. You may expect to learn new tips and tricks about achieving success in life from each video that we upload. Everyone has the potential to achieve success in life. You just need to know how to get it. Here, we continually study some of the most profound ideas, concepts, and events around the world. These cover a wide range of topics, including health, technology, wealth, and a great many more. We put in our best effort to ensure that the videos are entertaining, informative, and enjoyable for our viewers. Join our family now by subscribing to our channel. Click the bell icon so that you never miss a video, and you are always the first to see our new videos. Don't forget to give it a like and share too. And without further ado, let's begin. It has always been and will continue to be the case that the true measurement of success is one's net worth rather than their working income. Net worth can be defined as the difference between the assets you own and the liabilities you carry, and this difference corresponds to the monetary value of everything you own. You can calculate your net worth by first adding up the value of everything you own, including your cash and investments such as stocks, bonds, real estate, and if you own a business, also include the value of that enterprise, the value of your residence, and then finally, you must subtract the value of everything you owe from the total value of everything you own. When you subtract, you are looking at your liabilities, which could include things like car loans, mortgage payments, debts owed to friends, and so on. Because everything you own can be converted into cash if necessary, a person's net worth is the most accurate indicator of their wealth. If you need cash quickly, the only thing you can't do is liquidate your working income, but you can sell off the assets you own, which is why your net worth is a much better indicator of your financial well-being than the size of your salary. You shouldn't be surprised to learn that wealthy people are aware of the significant gap that exists between their working income and their net worth. Although working income is a significant component, the amount of money you make from a job is only one of the 4 aspects that go into calculating your net worth. The 4 components that comprise net worth are income, savings, investments, and simplification. People who are already wealthy are aware of the fact that the equation for accumulating a large net worth includes each of these 4 components. Given how important each one is, let's look at each of these components individually. First component, income. The 2 types of income that can be earned are working income and passive income. Working income is your earnings from active work, which includes a paycheck from a job that requires you to work from 9 to 5, as well as the profits, or income that an entrepreneur draws from their business. To have a working income means that you are devoting your own time and effort into the production of money. Earning through jobs is, in a sense, how we put money into our financial funnel. If all other factors remain the same, your capacity to save and invest will increase proportionately to the amount of working income you bring in. The value of one's working income cannot be fully appreciated apart from the context of the total calculation of one's net worth. Sadly, people who are poor or in middle class concentrate solely on their working income, and what's worse, is that some of them believe that relying solely on this type of income will eventually lead to true wealth. They say that the effort they put in and the long hours that they work will pay off in the future, but if that were the case, then wouldn't all of the employees who put in the effort be wealthy? The reality is that there are billions of hard-working people on the planet, but that doesn't mean that all of them are wealthy. This is due to the fact that working income is only one component of the equation that determines wealth, and concentrating solely on working income leads to having a negligible or non-existent net worth. Because of this, wealthy people place a great deal of importance on their second source of income, which is known as passive income. Passive income refers to earning money in a manner that does not require your active participation. In the same way that working income fills up the financial funnel, passive income does the same thing and can be used for spending, saving, or investing. Rich people are financially free, which means that they are able to live the lifestyle of their choosing without having to work, which is something that can only be accomplished when the amount of passive income being earned is greater than the amount of money required to maintain one's standard of living. According to a famous quote by Warren Buffett, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." The two primary sources of passive income that wealthy people concentrate on today are investing and businesses. Examples of investments that generate passive income include stocks, bonds, treasury bills, and mutual funds. You only need to make an investment in them, and over time, they will provide a return for you. Earning passive income through businesses requires a unique approach to financial management. To create this type of passive income, you will need to establish a business and organize it in such a way that it will generate returns even if you are not actively involved in the business. This could take the form of an online business that you outsource the management to virtual assistants, or it could take the shape of a real estate business in which you hire property managers to take care of all of your housing requirements. Second component, savings. You can make a lot of money, but if you don't keep any of it, you won't build up any wealth, and because of this, saving is absolutely necessary. Many individuals operate with a financial game plan that is hardwired to prioritize spending. They spend all of the money that is available to them. They prioritize short-term pleasure over maintaining balance in the long run. The three mottos that spenders live by are: number 1, it's only money. So it follows that the individuals in question have a limited supply of money. Number 2, what goes around, comes around. Or at least they hope it goes. And number 3, sorry, I can't right now, I'm broke. It is next to impossible to address the next component of true wealth without first having the ability to generate income, which will fill the funnel, and savings, which will keep it there. Third component, investing. After you have established a habit of setting aside a significant portion of your earnings, you will be ready to move on to the next step and begin expanding your wealth through investing. In general, the more skillful you are at investing, the more quickly your money will grow and the more your overall net worth will increase. Learning about investing and investments is something that wealthy people make the effort and time to do. They take great pride in the fact that they are excellent investors, or at the very least, employing excellent investors to invest for them. People living in poverty have the misconception that only wealthy people can invest, which is why they never educate themselves on the topic and remain in poverty. To reiterate, each component of the true wealth model is essential to its overall success. Fourth component, simplification. Because few people recognize its significance in the process of accumulating wealth, the fourth and final component of true wealth is sometimes referred to as the model's dark horse. It is something that goes hand in hand with the concept of saving money, in which you consciously create a lifestyle that requires less money for you to maintain it. However, if you increase your standard of living, you will also have to increase the amount of money you have available for savings and investment. Live the lifestyle of your dreams by focusing on keeping things as simple as possible. Take for example a 23-year-old bloke who made the astute decision to buy a house and become a homeowner. At the time, he paid just under $300,000 for the house. Within a decade, when the real estate market began to heat up, he was able to sell his house for $600,000, pocketing the difference between the original cost of the house and the selling price as profit. Now, being confronted with the decision of whether to purchase a home that was similar to the one he owned or to invest the $600,000 in the purchase of the house of his dreams, he started looking at different houses that would fit his idea of a dream home. But before he made a purchase, he decided to talk it over with his financial advisor. His financial advisor congratulated him on his successful real estate investment and suggested another course of action for him to take in light of the current circumstances. His financial advisor started to explain that there were numerous investment vehicles that were paying returns of 10%, and that he should consider investing the $300,000 of profit rather than putting it toward the purchase of a larger home. When the man got back to his house, he immediately started to think about the upcoming decision. In theory, he would be able to walk away from his job and never have to work again if he could live off the returns from the $300,000 investment, which would amount to $30,000 per year. When he considered it in this light, his circumstance made it clear that putting money into investments was the best course of action. And now, at the age of 30, he is independent from a financial standpoint. Even though he doesn't have to work, he still chooses to take on occasional clients for his freelance business, so that he can continue to make money while spending half the year traveling to low-cost tropical locations. In a nutshell, he was able to retire decades earlier than his peers and live a lifestyle that the vast majority of people will never even be able to imagine. All because he simplified his life. In the end, this raises the question of what will it take for you to be financially happy? If you need to live in a mansion, have 3 vacation homes, own 10 cars, take annual trips around the world, and drink the finest wine, then that's fine. However, you should be aware that you've set the bar pretty high and it may take you a very long time to get to a point where you're happy with your life. On the other hand, if you can learn to be content without all the bells and whistles, you will likely accomplish your monetary objectives a good deal sooner. Keep in mind that building true wealth requires all 4 components. To illustrate this point, picture yourself operating a bus that has 4 wheels. Imagine that you were only using one of your wheels to steer. How would that change the ride? It would probably be choppy and rough. There was a lot of struggle, sparks, and going in circles. Does something like that ring a bell? Because wealthy people play the money game on all 4 wheels, the journey is quick, smooth, unobstructed, and relatively straightforward. The game of money is played on only one wheel by the poor and the majority of middle-class people. They think that making a lot of money is the one and only way to amass a lot of wealth. They only believe that because they have never gotten to that point. They are unaware of the Parkinson's law, which states that expenses will always increase in direct proportion to income, and that this relationship will never change. The following is an example of what is considered typical in today's society. You have a car, you make more money, so you upgrade your car. You buy a house, your income increases, so you move into a larger one. You already have clothes, you start making more money, so you start to accumulate a nicer collection of clothes. You spend money on holidays, you get more money, so you spend more money on holidays. I believe you get what we're getting at. In general, an increase in one's income is almost always accompanied by an increase in one's expenses. Because of this, having a high income won't ever be enough to build wealth. If you want to amass true wealth, then start by figuring out exactly your net worth. Get a piece of paper and write down all your assets, then subtract from that number all of the things that you owe. Repeat this exercise once every 3 months, and you will discover you are growing wealthier with each passing cycle that you go through. Because, according to Peter Drucker, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. That wraps up our video for today. Thank you for watching. Which of these hacks do you find most interesting? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section, And if you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to click the like, subscribe, and the bell icon to get notifications on when new videos are uploaded. Until next time.